Yo guys, we're back again today, and today we're going to be learning about some amazing African American history. This is history that no one knows, or not that many people know, but we need to get it out there and we need to tell this history. So let's talk about it today. These are two amazing brothers. So today we'll be talking about the Muse brothers. In 1899, Willie and George Muse were scouted by sideshow agents and abducted from Truvine, Virginia, and forced into the circus. The Muse brothers were African American albinos, in which their features, along with their white skin, gave them a very exotic look. This attracted the Ringling brothers as well as the Barnum and Baileys. What was known at the time as the greatest show on the earth exploited these two brothers. They had the brothers pretend that they were sheep-headed freaks, cannibals, and ambassadors of the planet of Mars. In the sideshows, if one did not work out, the name, as far as the ones that I just told you guys, one of the names, if it didn't work out with the crowd and the crowd didn't like it or didn't believe it, they would change it. The Muse brothers' mother, Harriet Muse, spent nearly 3 decades trying to get her sons back. The brothers were international superstars before TV even existed and played for huge crowds in such places as Madison Square Garden in New York City and the Buckingham Palace. We must note that these performances were all without pay. They didn't pay the brothers at all in the beginning, and this was an abduction, and they did not pay the brothers anything. And the Muse brothers were among the top acts in the sideshow throughout the 1920s and 1930s. We must know that this was a time when the circus, also known as the Big One, was the king of entertainment in America. The circus was the king. And the circus was so popular that next to Christmas Day, Circus Day was the most popular day of the year. Circus Day was a day when the circus would come to your town. The circus was so popular that people would come early in the morning just to see the trains unload, and even if they couldn't afford to go to the show later, they would still come to see the trains unload early in the morning. The Muse brothers were, when they were younger, a pure exhibit. When they were younger, they were just a pure exhibit. And once the Muse brothers got older, managers would give the Muse brothers props and instruments as well. Now, with the managers giving the Muse brothers instruments, they thought it would be funny to embarrass the brothers, but the joke actually backfired on the managers. The Muse brothers had the ability to hear a song one time and play it back with any instrument, almost any instrument. During this time, the Muse brothers' mother was trying to get them back. She lived during one of the harshest times in the Jim Crow era. She lived in a city where the top cop was the leader and founder of the KKK. We must note that Harriet Muse was a very strong and strong-willed woman. Harriet Muse went against the Ringling lawyers as well as the top cop. She could have been lynched for doing this, especially at that time, but she was persistent, and for decades she persisted to try to get her sons back. Harriet Muse could not read due to sharecroppers not being able to go to school, and said that her son's fate had come to her in a dream. She did amazing things at the time. She fought against the circus as well as the policemen for her son's return. The Muse brothers were illiterate because they were never allowed to attend school and never attended school, and therefore they could not write letters to their mother. The Muse brothers, for the first couple of years, were very traumatic times in the circus for them. They were told that their mother had died and they were held captives in the circus for years. They were mocked by media daily, and the act of human trafficking was never questioned. Eventually, Harriet Muse won the settlement against the circus, and her boys were returned to her as well. Now, once the Muse brothers were free, the Muse brothers were in shock and had a very hard decision to make. On one side, they could go home, and they did, but home was a crammed 517 square foot shack with no running water. Also, they were mocked by local people on a daily basis. And on the other side, they could return back to the circus, and we must note that at this point, or by this point, the only home that they knew was the circus. So the brothers eventually returned to the circus and was compensated through legal actions. Initially, when the brothers returned, they asked for a big lump sum of money, but they did not receive that. They received a flat monthly wage instead and could visit their mother whenever they saw fit. Upon the brothers' return, they sold out huge arenas and toured the world. They went everywhere around the world. They performed in front of royalty as well as other walks of society. The Muse brothers' career ended in 1961 with the Clyde Beatty Circus. The Muse brothers then returned to the house they had bought for their mother and lived together for the rest of their days. In 1971, George Muse died, though his brother Willie Muse stayed strong and lived on into 2001. The Muse brothers outlived most of their captors and had a great niece, and her name is Erica Turner. So today we learned about an amazing story of brothers of African Americans that were albinos with free locks. I mean, come on, with free locks for that matter. I mean, you're talking about the early 1900s with free locks, and the free locks were so dope. This is amazing story, part of African American culture, African culture, or Black history all around the world. You should know this. Their mother was a strong woman in the Jim Crow era, and she fought for what she believed in getting her sons back. So today we learned about another man, and before I leave, I would like to sing the song of the brothers, or actually one of the brothers sing at the end, or close to the end of his life. So I want to sing it for you guys, just a little tidbit, right? Just a tidbit of it, of what he would sing. It's a long ways to Tipperary. It's a long ways to go. It's a long ways to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. It's a long ways to Tipperary. It's a long ways to go. It's a long ways to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Yo, you guys just got a little bit singing, but that's one of the songs that one of the Muse brothers love to sing. And so I sing it for you guys because I wanted you guys to connect. When I heard that recording, I mean, I literally shed a tear. I cried. Like, it's an amazing story, and we need to learn it, and we learned it here. So today you guys learned a little bit about my singing skills. Maybe not the best skills, but yo, I sing for you because I wanted to translate it from the ancestors and sing it to you guys. So yo, until next time, I'm out, yo. Peace. One love.
What's up? What's up?
Hey.
Shalom.
What up?
Hi.
African